to 30 minutes, so it may take us 6 minutes over the time frame because I want to respect everybody's times. And because this is a series, I don't have to really force a lot of stuff into this setting because some things are going to have to lay over to the next one. Like today, we're going to talk about some things. But again, you guys, this is the raw, uncut, unfiltered, unapologetic boot camp, 8-week training of how to get you to your next level, how to get some money in your account and create some long-term sustainable income through network marketing, where real leaders, we're really growing and we are really truly showing the results if we apply the principles to our business. We shall be able to receive or capture. You notice I have capture greatness. We should be able to capture everything that this opportunity possesses. And so today, we're just gonna kind of like go right on into it. This boot camp series, session one. We are in day number 3, you guys. This is day number 3. And we're gonna not have to piggyback going back for what we talked about in the days prior because it'll take too much time. So what I do encourage you is to I'm going to send out my YouTube link. I'm going to ask that you like and you subscribe, and therefore you can go in and you can finish connecting to those lessons prior so that we won't have to always keep going back. But this first session, you guys, for the first week is an 8-week series. Okay, so get ready for 2 months of studying. It's just like if you would have went to a particular course to learn of a particular trade, and you had to go through all of the learning understandings and those things, the criterias that is set upon you, and do your certifications, and now you're able to practice in that particular field. Well, this is going to be similar. When you leave here, you're going to get a certificate of a boot camp series certificate stating that you have completed the full boot camp of network marketing and you understand everything you need to know about network marketing. And now you will become, in a sense, in the alignment of professionals of network marketers. Okay. And session one is understanding the principles of network marketing. You have to understand these principles. We're going to show you how to build the right foundation before building your business. A lot of times people come in looking to build a business because they're looking at the money, but their foundation hasn't been built. Where we're going to teach you how to create the success in network marketing. And it begins with understanding people, systems, and leadership. You guys, the first thing you have to understand is the 5 key principles. I keep going over this because I wanted to saturate into your spirits, right? The 5 key principles of network marketing. Number one, relationships. Relationship matters. Build trust before business. We understand that. And then number 2, direct sales. Serve customers directly. Now, yesterday we talked about the number 1 principle. We got into relationships. Please go back and check our the subscription, our YouTube subscriptions, and click on day number 2. Um, Relationships matter, and you will be able to get everything. I haven't uploaded it yet, but you'll be able to have everything about that session. As far as today, we're going to talk about number 2. Okay, we're talking about the second principle that you need to understand, and that is direct sales. How many of you guys knew, right, that well, we talked about relationships matter yesterday. That's number 1. The business is built on trust and helping people, not just making sales. That was yesterday's conversation. Today, we're talking about the second key principle. Okay, the second key principle that we're going to be talking about is direct sales. Key principle. You have to know this. If you are a network marketer, you have to know that you are in the alignment of people in direct sales. And if you don't understand what direct sales are, you're going to have to educate yourself so that you can become familiar with direct sales. You cannot be a great network marketer if you're not a great salesman. Period. Period. So now you have to remove yourself away from just the product, and you have to understand what is direct sales. Okay. Direct sales is products and services that are marketed directly to consumers instead of through traditional retail stores. So like when I talked to you last night, Michelle, and I talked about, I tried to give you the difference of if someone was to have a subscription where they are actually going through streaming direct TV and paying $119 a month for the services that they have for their cable services, and then someone else is paying another subscription for Netflix, what has the same type of streamline recorded movies and series, and a lot of different documentaries and a lot of other different uh, uh, shows from the past that someone can actually purchase and watch over and over again. That in itself would be a product. Now, you would not have someone marketing individually. You don't have an agent marketing those particular types of products. It is set up in a whole nother way where these people have access to purchase these services whenever and however they please. Sometimes it's just about downloading the app, or sometimes just going directly to the website. Okay. There is no marketer, there is no person marketing those particular products. But in direct sales, even though that is a sales for people are selling those products, it's not direct sales. Direct sales is when you have a person, someone directly that is in front of the product, who is offering that product to the consumer, to the customer. And instead of through the traditional retail stores or through the regular just downloading the app or going through their websites and just automatically purchasing it on their own, you cannot have this particular product unless you go through a salesman who is selling it directly to you. You have to understand that. So it's not a pyramid scheme, it's just a business model. That's all it is. Direct sales is a model in which products or services are presented and sold directly to customers rather than through a traditional retail store. So when you have that that point where people are coming with objections because they don't understand, it's not they don't understand the products. They don't understand the method of how you are coming and approaching them, trying to sell it to them. If that makes sense. If that makes sense, right? They're looking at you like you trying to sell me something. This is a scheme. This is a pyramid scheme. This is a scam, because it's not traditionally done through retail stores where they can just get up and they can go into Walmart, or they can get up and go into a particular selective store and they find these products on the shelves and they pick these products up and they put it in their baskets and they push it to the cart, right? And they pay for it through a cashier that's ringing up their items, or they go online and they get to browse through whatever it is that they're wanting to purchase. And at the end, they have the checkout tab, and now you're able to check it out and you pay your monies and things of that nature. That is traditionally the way sales work, right? Retail store sales and a lot of other different sales online is different from direct sales. When you in direct sales or you in network marketing, you are within direct sales. You are the marketer, you are the agent, you are the billboard, you are the commercials, you are all of the things you are the shelf that the product sits on, right? You are the cart that the people put the product in, and you are the person of the cashier that when they get ready to purchase it and pay for it at checkout, it is you that they're coming through. Okay. So you are all of that and a bag of chips. And it does not mean that it is a scheme, it is a model. Every business, every business have to have a business model. In that business model, it is created to determine how they're going to generate and create some type of increase in revenue for the business. Direct sales put all of that commercials, all of the marketing, all of the showing it into a place of advertisements, the traditional way of how people may receive about a particular product is not how it's done in network marketing. Network marketing saying, I'm going to remove myself away from the vast efforts of putting it out there on a commercial where 100,000 people may see it at a Super Bowl halftime show versus I'm going to allow agents, 100,000 agents to come in and go knock on people's doors or call people or share it with people and sell it that way. It's just a different method. That's it. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And instead of the commercials and the other people, the middleman that you are marketing through, paying billions of dollars just to promote their products, then all of that money that is created through the marketing realm goes to the agents. And that's how we're able to get sustainable income long term, because every time someone is purchasing it from you, you get a commission, you get a cut. And every time someone keeps that product and commit and subscription going, just like Netflix, right? Just like streamlining your direct sales from your direct TV, then every time you make your payment, then that agent is getting paid every month off of those services versus it going to one particular entity and one particular corporation. So it's very important that when you come into network marketing, you have to understand this principle. The number 2 principle is direct sales. We want to make sure that we put ourselves in a position to educate ourselves, because if we don't, we won't have much success because we're limited with knowledge, right? And so you have to understand, well, if I'm in network marketing, okay, I got to be able to have some type of uh relationship, because the people that I know are going to be the people I try to sell it to. So I need to develop some relationships so I can have, because now these people in my network that I have relationships with are my potential clients, because now I can utilize those people I know, I love, I trust, I deal with on a day-to-day basis. I can be able to now utilize them as my potential targets and prospects to actually showcase these products to, in hope that they would buy these products and they would buy it off of me, right? So since I'm in network marketing, I have to build relationships, and this is direct sales. This is not the traditional way of how you buy things. When they buy it through me. I got to know how direct sales works, right? In traditional retails, a customer usually walks into a store. Here in network marketing, they don't have a store to walk into. They can go and they can choose the products. They can pay for it, and then they can leave. Here in network marketing, it's a little different. There may be little or no personal relationships between people that's going into a store purchasing the products, right? But with you, it's different. The relationship is you. Like I said, you are the actual person that is gonna hold everything. You are the retail store. You are the shelves that the product sits on. You are the basket that they put the products in. You are the one at the cashier that is actually ringing up the products, and you're the one to check out that's putting in the bag, right? All of that is you. Direct sales. That's what you're in. And those are the things that we have to be in mind of. So when we say direct sales and having relationships, don't you think it'll be 100% greater for people who know you, who trust you, who have a relationship with you, to understand that this is what you do and respect what you do, and then see the value in the product because everybody goes shopping, everybody puts stuff in carts, everybody utilize, stores to purchase stuff. But wouldn't it be better to just purchase from you if I'm going to use these type of products anyway? I think it would. And therefore, that's why relationship matters. And that's why you have to put yourself in a position to have a trust for the need of the product to be sold. And that's why you have to understand the opportunity that you have through direct sales, because now you are in control of all of the profits. Give me 1 second. So as we go through that, and I'm like I said, I was 5 minutes behind, so I'm gonna go 5 minutes over today just to make sure that we get this. But I'm still gonna have a continuation on Monday to follow up on this, because y'all, if you don't get this, you don't get this. That's just my philosophy. But if you get this, you get this. We're talking about the second principle. In order for you to be able to build a business, you have to build a foundation first. In order to build a foundation, you have to have things, you have to have everything concrete set up. Think about when you building a building, a home. Even though you see the concrete slab that is there, that is the actual foundation that you're going to begin to now build the home around. You can't build a home without no foundation. But here's the point I'm trying to make. When you have the concrete slab, guess what's already have been made or already have been created that was there before the concrete slab was began to pour? The utilities, right? Well, you just can't pour concrete down and just pour it down. No, you have already laid the sewer pipes in every square inch of that home, right? And the square footage and the blueprint has already been made. They already have the architects have drawn up the blueprint and the specs. So you're gonna have 5 bedrooms, you're gonna have 4 bathrooms, you're gonna have a kitchen, you're gonna have a washer and dryer. All these particular entities of that home, right, has to be connected to some type of utility source. Water, sewer, electrical lines have to come in. All those things have to be already in place before you pour the concrete, because those things is really what's going to give power and the greater substance to the home. Because without utilities, without water, without sewer, and without electrical utilities coming in through up under that foundation to spread amongst the house, you ain't gonna have no lights, you ain't gonna have no water, you ain't gonna have no sewer, you ain't gonna have no gas. You gotta have gas. So what we're doing is understanding the principles. So when we lay that foundation, the direct sales, understanding, that this is a relationship business. All of those are your utilities. All of these things that you're laying in the ground first, and you cannot have a profitable business until you do the work first, until you put all these utilities in the ground and then run it to the house and then pour a foundation of concrete over it so that you can start building the home up. That's what we're doing here. Number two, how direct sales work. In direct sales, the representative becomes the connection between the company and the customer. The representative may identify the customer's needs, explain the products and services, demonstrate how it works, answer questions honestly, help with enrollment or purchasing, follow up after the sale to make sure everybody's okay, provide continuing customer service. This personal experience is what makes direct sales different from simply placing an item on a store shelf. You don't get that when you go into the stores. You don't get all of the extra amount of services that you're going to get when you buy it from someone who's going to cater into you with that product that they just purchased. So you have to become all of that. You have to become educated and knowledgeable about the product you're selling. You can't sell something to someone that you don't know nothing about. You can't sell nothing to someone that you're not using. So when you begin to explain the product and services, you're explaining it not because of what you're reading, you're explaining it because of what it's doing for you and how it's working for you and how you've begun to process it because you own it and you use it. Demonstrating to people how it works. Why? Because you're using it every day. You understand how it works because you're not just an agent, you're a customer as well. You're able to answer people honestly about the products. Why? Because you are using it. If you're not using the products and you're not working the products, then you would have a difficult time to explain it to someone. So this is all the things that entails when it comes down to understanding network marketing. You have to understand these principles because, like I say, you are all of that. In retail, they don't get none of that. But in direct sale, you become to be every intricate part of the sale. So it is different, and people don't recognize that all the ways. And when you come up to them trying to sell them something, and you do not have a skillful or a tactful way to present, to pique the interest, and showcase this in a way where someone sees this, hears this, understands this, and buy it because they trust you, then you're not going to be as much successful in network marketing as you could be. Two more things, and then I'm gonna get ready to close this one out. But we're gonna have a continuation because number two is very, very lengthy. But I want to get to the next one, and that's the most important one, which is emotional intelligence. Number two, why relationships matters in direct sales, right? Um, this is again where you have to understand number one, relationship matters. And in direct sales, you are everything that deals with the products. So people often buy from someone they trust. Ding. That's why relationship matters. That's why relationship was number one, as far as one of the key principles in network marketing. Customers may be interested in the product, but they also evaluate the persons who is presenting it. You are the person that they are buying. They hear you, they see the product, but they are buying you. They're buying you. You are the reason why they say yes, and you are going to be the reason why they say no. I'm going to show you in this 8-week series the skill sets that you're going to have to get someone to say yes, because we're dealing with the mindset. And when you and that's in another, that's on down the line, so we're not going to jump ships yet. But does this person, they want to know, does this person understands my need? So you got to be able to know the person. That's a mindset. You know what I'm saying? Right? Are they telling me the truth? That's a relationship. Trust, right? They don't want someone to just be throwing something over them just to get a dollar. They really want to know, is this worthy? Right? They value you, but they really want to know, are you just throwing some shit over, you know what I'm saying, and just making it sound good to get a sale, or this something that you really believe in and you really care about? Are they only interested in making the money? Is this just about money? If you tell them it's just about the money, they're not going to buy it. But in business, it's all about the money. So what you have to do is how to skillfully put the making the money as an undertone, where people are not automatically sizing you up thinking that you're just trying to get the sale, which you are, because if you don't make the sale, you're not going to make no money. If you're in business and you're a salesman and you don't sell nothing and you're working off commission, you're not going to get no money. So it is about the money. So if it's going to be about the money, let's find a way of how we can successfully sell this product without people telling us no. Laura, we talked about that last night. You were in the same marketing company that I'm in, where we hit director 3 and we're still creating residual, but you was in it and you said that you never made anything. And because you couldn't sell it because people was telling you no. It wasn't difference between the products and the company because the products that you had is the products that I have. It's not the company because the company that you was affiliated with is the same company I'm still affiliated with. The difference is I utilize the principles and the key techniques to sell my products. You didn't. That's it. That's the only difference. I created an opportunity to still have residual income and made to be a director three, where other people's never really got a chance to get their business off the ground, right? They want to know, will they help me if there's a problem, right? So when you're dealing with customers, excuse me, they want to know when I am in a situation and I get stuck, I don't know nothing about nothing. Are you going to be able to assist me? If you don't know the products, if you don't know anything about nothing, if you're not educating yourself and you're not really grounded and being a better marketer and a more understanding product based individual, then you won't be able to successfully help them with every problem. They're gonna know that. And then they also want to know, will they still communicate with me after the sale? People come in these businesses, y'all, and the moment somebody say yes, oh man, I made a sale. And then the next day, 2, 3 days, a week later, a whole month, they don't even hear from no more. People ain't had no training. People don't know how to go. They lost. And that's why a lot of people don't like direct sales, because it's like when you come in and you know where to be found and I got questions and this stuff ain't working, ain't nobody helping me, guiding me through the process. A customer who trusts the representative is more likely to listen, ask questions, and make a purchase and recommend the business to others. Y'all, please write that one down. Please take a picture of that one. Please notate that one. I can't tell you no more than that part right there. A customer, meaning that someone, a prospect, someone that you know, love, and trust, and they know the representative, which is you, and they trust you, they believe in you, they respect you. They're likely to listen to you. They'll ask questions because you're knowledgeable, and they will make a purchase. And also, they will recommend and refer other people to your business. That's how people grow in direct sales. That's how they grow. And the reason why they're growing in that is because these principles is always based off of transfer of emotions. Sales is about energy. Sales is often described as a transfer of emotions. I've said that so many times. And again, you guys, I'm not giving you anything off of my dome. I'm not giving you anything just coming to me after saying, "Oh, I'm gonna make this stuff up." No, I have studied, I have went through trainings, I have paid and still paying to get the knowledge from individuals of leaders and people documented who have shown and given the blueprint to how they have created the success. And all of it is comprised off of this. They educate themselves first. They build a foundation before they build the business. And they set it in stone. They set it in concrete. And then once they get everything lined up, they build a business from the ground up. And they become seven-figure income earners. And they understand this principle right here, the part of sales, direct sales, it is the most key, it's the most valuable and key component of your success. Why? Because you can't make no money until you sell a product. Direct sales, if they don't buy it, you don't get no money. And when you understand direct sales and what it is and what it is not and what it does, then you're able to create a better chance of you selling the product to others because you are the one that they're going to buy it from. So they're buying it from you. And sales is a transfer of emotion. Emotions are feelings. Emotion is about how people think and how they feel. And when they feel a certain kind of way, they make decisions according to how they feel. That's why a lot of people are not in great places because they make decisions based about how they feel. And if you making a decision of how you feel, then sometimes those might not be the best decision, but they just gonna that's how we are. That's how we design. So it's not about what you say to people, it's how you make people feel. When you get that concept of understanding, you have to make people comfortable. You have to make people feel good. You have to make people put, what I'm saying, um, feel like, that they belong and they have a sense of, entitlement and a place within, this area, this space. They're gonna be all in, right? Sales is the transfer of belief, it's the transfer of confidence and emotion that leads someone to what? Take action. So you have to be the person, and you notice everything deals with the mindset. The person and you both have an emotion that is going on. You is an emotion of transfer of your energy, and they have an emotion of transferring their energy. So at the end of the day, their energy may be negative. And that energy might be, it's a pyramid scheme, it's a scam, right? So now, how do we combat that? People rarely make decisions based on facts alone. They buy because of how they feel. So when you're dealing with somebody who is in a position who don't feel the same way you feel when it comes to network marketing or the product, you have to adjust and you have to justify their level of doubt to reasoning of belief. And you can't do that if you don't know their level and their state of their mindset. Y'all, this deep. That's why that psychiatry and this is a psychological effect, because once you run into that ambush, you got to know what I got to do now to get that person to understand what I'm saying and feel what I'm saying without arguing and without debating, right? So this is how we have to grow. And that's another, in this series, that's what we're going to learn. We're going to learn how to understand the mindset of the individuals and how we're able to use facts to justify those decisions that they may have with their objections, right? We don't cater into people who says no um, from a standpoint of they're really saying thank you, but it's just not for me. I like this, it's a good product, but I'm not interested, right? We try to cater into the people who say no because they ignorant, because they don't they like the product, they really want the product, they can use the product, but they scared because they don't understand this. They don't understand this network marketing. They don't understand this approach. They don't understand this direct sale. They don't understand why I just can't go in the store and buy it. You see what I'm saying? Why I just can't go in Walmart and put it off the shelf? Because if it's to be sold, why I can't go to Kroger and get it? See, that's what we're fighting against. We're not fighting with the fact of people not wanting the product. They're fighting with the mindset and the concept of how this direct sale is different from the traditional sale, and therefore it's a pyramid scheme, and this shit don't work. That's just the bottom line. So you have to be able to understand that, and you have to play off of that, and you have to be able to create facts to justify these things and give them a sense of calm and understanding of what you're doing and what this is and why you love it. When you genuinely believe that what you're doing is right, and what you're offering people is good, then you're gonna have to display it through your emotions. You're gonna have to display it through your enthusiasm. They got to see that. People got to feel your energy. They got to see it through your confidence. People don't want when you timid and you weak and you don't know about what you're selling because it's going to make them uncomfortable to trust you because they're feeling your energy. It's a transfer of emotions. They need to feel your sincerity. Why are you doing this? What makes you do this? They have to feel that. They have to see that. They have to understand that. Because if they don't, they're not going to buy your product. You have to have a level of conviction. Like whatever your why is, you got to display that at all times. People got to see your why. People got to understand your passion. That's it. When you display those characteristics and attributes about the product, when you are in a direct sales, it makes it goes from 10% to 85% of somebody telling you yes. And these are the things that we have to understand. So when we put these things into perspective, it gives us a better chance to sell our product. And when we sell the product, ding, we get paid. Right? And that's it, you guys. That's where we are. This is an 8-week series. I am writing my book. And in my writing my book, um, this is what I've created. I have been studying and I'm using all of my notes that I have. I comprised out of the last 8 years of copious notes, and I have a book. So in my book of notes, I have a 5 spiral notebook that has been every page has been used up. And I have it dated, I have it notated from what session I went to, who gave it to me, and I've comprised it and I put it together. The only thing about it is that my delivery is different. I don't have a level of um I wouldn't say compassion, but in my delivery, I have passion. And in my passion, I get it's different. It's like I go all in, but sometimes it may seem like I'm angry, and maybe sometimes it may seem like I'm mad, but I'm not. I just have a very raw, uncut, unfiltered, no nonsense, and unapologetic way of how I deliver how I feel, right? I can't do that with my customers because it'll run them away. So I don't interject my passion to them in that sense when I'm selling, but when it comes down to teaching, when it comes down to discipline, when it comes down to getting my point across, I am one of those cutthroat type of individuals. I don't bite my tongue, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like if you fucked up, you fucked up, right? And there's no sense of getting mad because I said fucked up. And if I fucked up, I fucked up. Tell me I fucked up. And I'm gonna say, damn, I'm sorry. Shit, I wasn't even paying attention to that. I'm so sorry. Will you please forgive me? Don't hold out on me when I make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Give it to me raw so I can know how you feel, what you're saying. Because if I don't and you shit me and run around bushes and don't communicate with me, how I know you got a problem with me? That's the problem I have with people who have problems with other people and they internalizing it differently, and you don't have enough to come and say, listen, I got to talk with you. Man, I don't like what you did. I don't like what you said or how you said and what you said. Well, hey, listen, miss, I apologize. What is it that I did to offend you? Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Let's sit down and resolve this matter like adults. That's me. Most people don't have that approach. And most people don't like to be approached. And a lot of people don't like the truth because the truth hurts. And people don't like pain. People don't like to deal with pain. They'll rather run away and hide versus facing and standing up to the truth and realizing that, you know what, there is some things that I got to change about me. And he may not be talking directly to me in a sense of what he's how he said it. I have to listen to what he said, right? If you're in network marketing and you haven't been hitting the levels, it's not you alone. It's so many other people in network marketing who the numbers shows that 75 to 85% of people don't make it in network marketing. Ding, had that question mark ever came into why? Why is that? Because every network marketing company, they talk about how this and how that, but they never get deep into the real fashion of how to build a business. Why? Because you have to have real people who want this and that will sacrifice and do this and understand this and believe this and have enough tough skin to take this and do the work. Most people ain't gonna do it, and so therefore most people quit, and that's why the high percentage are not there. But when you take the lower percentage of the 15 to 25 to 15% of people that stay in network marketing, how come out of that 25%, 50% of the 25% of people that really stay in network marketing and work it become 6-figure, 7-figure income earners? That's staggering. Y'all, I ain't telling you what I think. I've done the numbers. The 75 to 85% of people who don't make it in network marketing never make anything because they quit. The 25 to 15% of the people that stay in network marketing, out of that, 50% of those people become 6-figures to 7-figure income earners. Why? Because they never quit. And they did the things that they needed to do. They understood network marketing and they went after it the way it was supposed to be gone out of. And they made it. So I'm here just to model this and showcase this. And I'm writing a book, and it's called Boot Camp, right? This is an 8-week series, raw, uncut, unfiltered, unapologetic boot camp, right? 8-week series of how to get you to a sustainable, profitable income, sustainability income for your life through network marketing. And it can work. It is working for thousands of people. So why would it not work for us? You guys, thank you guys so very much. I do apologize. I went over 18 minutes a day. Every session, I want to keep it in 30 minutes because all of these sessions, right, will be on my YouTube. I'm gonna send my YouTube link out, and you can, subscribe, and you can, go to them, and you can just check out every one of them. If you can't make it and you just want to kind of get some information, so I'm on something and I'm dedicated to it. And in the end of all of my 8 series, I have a particular guy that we're going to work together and we're going to write it out. I'm not doing an ebook. I'm actually going to get it published, and this is going to be my teaching. So this group of people that is getting it now through what I'm doing, you guys are going to be very special, because once it's over, right, and I begin to form the book, you either have to pay for this session or you had to buy my book. Real talk. But I love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful and amazing rest of your day. Good weekend, Freedom Friday. And I love you. And ain't nothing you can do but love me back. Y'all have a wonderful,
We love you
amazing weekend.
too.
Take care.
You're welcome.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.